afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is your Wellness Wednesday edition of Afternoon Express, and my name is Balisa Tembe. Now, today on the show, we're holding each other accountable with fitness duo Redaa Dollie and Rushana Isaacs. We also meet the directors of Lokkima South Africa. Now, South Africa, without further ado, it's time for us to meet our very first guest. Radiant and glowing skin has become everyone's obsession. For centuries, women have been on a quest for more radiant skin. So today in the loft, we have beauty expert and owner Tash of Pure Beauty Salon to show us how to get that J-Lo glow with derma-planning. Welcome to the loft.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today.
Now, Tash has already been taking me on a crash course of all things derma-planning, and I mean, you're just such an expert when it comes to skincare. So just establishing you as a skin therapist, how did you get your start?
So basically, I've always been passionate about skin, and my journey as a therapist started with my own skin. I used to have very bad acne and pigmentation, and once I got control over that, I then decided to study skin therapy so that I could help other women with their skin. And that's basically where my passion turned into my career.
Well, girl, we're here for it, and I'm here for learning what this is all about. So can you just talk us through and help us understand what is derma-planning?
So derma-planning essentially is a form of manual exfoliation where I'll use a surgical scalpel or a blade and gently remove up to 3 weeks worth of dead skin. And the bonus of the treatment is actually that the fine facial hair, we all as women have little peach fuzzies that sit on our skin, so that actually comes off at the same time too.
Wow. So number one question, how safe is this procedure?
It's very safe as long as you go to somebody that has been professionally trained. I mean, it is a blade at the end of the day, and you only have one face, so just make sure that the person you go to has been trained in how to use the derma-planning tool.
Well, I would love to see how this works because I've seen it blow up on social media. I think every time I flick through my Explore page, I see someone going through a procedure, and I'm like, I want to find out a little bit more about that. So essentially, this is a different way of getting that deep exfoliation, that deep cleansing.
And a nice natural glow that comes through. So you're taking off all the dead skin cells, and your baby, fresh, healthy cells are going to start showing through. So you can come in for the treatment. It's an hour. You walk out with beautiful glowing skin. You can go out that evening to an event. So it's lovely. I've actually set up my client already here. I've prepped her skin, so I've got the blade here. Can I start?
Girl, go ahead. I'm so intrigued. I'm like zooming in.
Yeah, sorry, I need to put the light on quickly.
Okay. So essentially, you have to make sure that you can see what you're doing.
You definitely need to be able to see.
Get that plate going, and then comes time for that blade.
And you'll be able to see all of that coming off already. I'll show it to you. I've got a nice little piece of paper here.
I love that. So essentially, being able to do this, I mean, a lot of people go through it and see it, and it looks very, very painful. And it seems as if, you know, I don't know if I'm one for it. So can you just tell us more and more benefits of this procedure?
It's not painful at all, and the results are instant. There's no downtime. It's actually very relaxing. So most of my clients will come in and say, oh, no, I'm very scared because it's a blade. And as soon as I start, they're like, oh, is that all it's going to feel like? So it's actually really, really a nice therapeutic treatment, and it's also satisfying for me, to be honest, to watch everything coming off.
I know a lot of people also find that satisfying, watching it all come off at the end. But now another question is, you know, a lot of people think if you're dealing and handling the hair follicle, when it grows back, does it grow back thinner or thicker?
Not at all. So because I'm not affecting the bulb or the root of the hair, it's not structurally possible for the hair to grow back thicker or darker. But that is a very, very common question that I get asked.
Now, I can believe that this is just a great treatment to lightly resurface the skin, and it can be done on pregnant ladies as well because there's no acids used to exfoliate.
Exactly, and there's no risk of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation like there is with lasers and waxing, because I'm not causing any inflammation to the skin. So you'll see the skin hasn't gone red. It's actually just looking beautiful and nice and smooth. You just have to be careful with someone that's got cystic or pustular acne, because obviously you can't dermaplane over that. But I'm sure you can see everything that's coming off here. So this is a mixture of the little peach fuzzies and then little dead skin sitting inside there.
So when you do think of the perfect client or the perfect person that needs to be a customer of yours when it comes to this procedure, who's that type of person and what problems do they normally go through?
So someone who's just feeling like, oh, my skin's looking a little bit dull and dehydrated, dehydrated and just not looking so great. I mean, someone like that, anybody can have it done though, but normally it's like, I don't know what to do with my skin, I'm just feeling a little bit blah. So they'll come in and straight away, when they actually fall asleep during the treatment, to be honest, and they'll leave with a beautiful glowing skin. So it's for anybody really.
Beautiful. So this is essentially a one-trick pony for every type of audience member out there. And I also love the fact that, look, I can see the model right now. She is 100% relaxed. There's no worry on her right now. Of course, I can't ask her a question because she still does have a blade on her face. Yes. But Tash, I love the fact here that you are so delicate. You're taking your time. You're quite soft and light-handed as well.
Yes, no, you have to be. I mean, it's a very sharp blade, so you've got to be very careful with what you're doing. And also, I've done this thousands of times, so I know how to handle the tool. But you've also got to be careful. You've got to watch your client in case she needs to cough or sneeze or anything. You've got to be able to move the blade away very quickly. But you can do the entire face. So I just did here so you can have a little...
I can already see that before and after. Yeah. I mean, it's quite definite, especially from the naked eye right now. Very, very smooth right now. And I can only imagine that baby soft feeling that she has. Yeah. I kind of want to try this myself.
No, you must come. You must have it done. You will love it.
Well, South Africa, let me know if I should try this. Or better yet, would you try this yourself? Use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Now, this is actually a safe way to remove hair as well, with less risk than laser, as Tash said, tweezing or threading, because essentially it doesn't cause inflammation to the skin at the same time like waxing does. I'm here for that, Queen.
And also afterwards, anything that I do put onto her skin will be able to penetrate deeper because you don't have that dead skin layer sitting there. So anything that you are using at home, I mean, everybody's got active ingredients in their skincare, so that will be able to work better. So you're getting benefits out of your skincare at home too. So you'll see at the end, I'll put a nice hydrating mask on for her, and you'll see the after, nice, beautiful J-Lo glow that we all want.
I love that. How long does it take then from the first beginning of your microplaning, derma-planing, to you putting on that mask for her?
So it will take about 20 minutes for the entire face, but then normally my clients will opt for add-ons. So we can do like a hydrating mask afterwards or a nice little oil. I've even got a few little fancy tricks up my sleeve in my salon. Yeah, so you must come and have a look at everything else that I offer too.
Quite a lot to offer.
Afterwards, yeah.
You know, Tash, a lot of people say when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you do good. So when it comes to some of your clients and your patients that you see on a daily basis, what type of internal effects does these procedures have, or do these procedures have, when they do have that confidence and that glowing skin?
And that's the key word, is confidence. So when you don't have very good skin, I mean, your confidence levels, you know, they go quite down. So when I had my terrible acne and that, I remember I was very self-conscious. I didn't want to go anywhere. So if I can help someone, they come into my salon for an acne treatment, they walk out and they are immediately feeling confident because their skin's looking a lot better. So yeah, I've got a lot of different clients that will come in, anti-aging, teenagers even for their acne. I've got tightening treatments that I do, but this is by far 90% of what I do in my salon, the derma-planning.
Okay, girl. Well, it seems as if today is all about that transformation from the inside out. I'm even afraid to ask the price point. Is this just a little bit affordable? Like, would I be able to walk in and get this done?
100%. It's very budget friendly. So anybody that, you know, if you're wanting to do a monthly facial, this is the go-to facial for you. And then, like I said earlier, your products will work better at home. So you are getting better use out of your active ingredients at home.
Absolutely. And again, South Africa, you are no skin therapist. Please do not take any sharp objects at home and think that you can try this out yourself or on a loved one. This is because we've got an expert in the loft, Tash King, showing us essentially all of the benefits of derma-planing. Now, essentially, just as we're about to say goodbye to you, and we'll catch up with you at the end, just to see that before and after, if you were to just highlight, just briefly, those tips and benefits, essentially, those benefits once again.
So the benefits of the derma-planing is because it's instant. You will walk in with, you know, you've got the peach fuzz, you've got the dead skin, and you'll walk out with a beautiful glowing skin. It is painless. There's no downtime. I often do a few brides the day of their wedding or the day before. and your products will work better. Anything that I put on afterwards will work better. Any form of exfoliation is really good for your skin. It keeps the cells active, it's rejuvenating. So this definitely is something for everybody to try because of the exfoliating. And it's not a chemical peel where there's downtime, you can't go in the sun. This you can literally, obviously the sun is my number one no-go, and sunblock
is everything.
That is my number one holy grail. But with this, you don't have to avoid the sun, or you stay inside like you would with a chemical peel.
Beautiful. Well, Tash King, thank you so much, and thank you to your very willing model today, being able to be pampered just as she is. Now on social media, Mzansi, because it's all about the transformation, we're saying we're keeping fit today with our gym bunnies, Redaa and Dollie and Rushana Isaacs. So who is the person that keeps you accountable in your life? Now, it might not be accountable being fit, it might be accountable financially. Just make sure you use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. But today, after the break, we meet those fit duo. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, friendship is power, and in this case, it is transformational. Celebrity trainer Redaa Dollie and social media influencer Rushana Isaacs joins us now in the show as they share their inspiring and motivational story for this Wellness Wednesday. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Palisa. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
I mean, first of all, I feel highly overdressed, completely in heels and everything.
I feel super underdressed.
And you guys are busy rocking your athleisure wear.
Super chill.
Yeah, not the moon boot though. It's not part of the outfit of the day.
I was going to say, let's address that moon boot.
Yeah.
I think, what's up with you rocking up like this?
This is one of life's many curveballs that have been thrown at me as of late. I can't believe it happened on Monday. There's no worse time. I was actually running, funny enough, and then I just happened to fall to the ground. I had no idea what happened. I thought maybe it was my calf that was pulling. Turns out I actually tore a ligament within my calf. It's extremely painful. Oof. But we're here nonetheless. You know, we just take it on the chin and we move on. That's
You
it.
see, South Africa, this is why I'm not active.
Yeah.
You see? Exhibit A. No, I'm just
True.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Push
Those
through
are
the
just
pain, Palisa.
excuses.
Push through the pain.
Push through the pain. Well, that is essentially what my homegirl did here. Rushana, welcome back to the loft.
Thank you, Palisa.
No, I love having you here every time. I mean, we know you and we always celebrate you as a makeup artist and a social media influencer. But you're on a different journey right now. But take us back 3 years ago when you started to see your body dramatically change and you started gaining weight.
Yeah, so I did gain quite a lot of weight in a short period of time. I think I just was not active. I was consuming a lot, and I think I just didn't prioritize when it came to my health, and I was focusing on work. But at the same time, it didn't really affect me as much, but I was still self-conscious because I'm like on the camera all the time. But it didn't stop me from doing what I love.
Well, I guess that's what separates you from the others. But so many people, it knocks every single bit of their self-esteem. They feel less self-worth. So it's essentially something that needs to be tackled for your health and not essentially to make other people happy. But then you also had your own weight journey. Do you mind sharing that with us?
I actually gained a lot of weight over a period of about 3 months. I actually wanted to prove a point. So I try to explain to my clients, I'm not just talking about it. I'm trying to be about it as well. So I took a break from training and I just ate. Every day I would just eat. I'm talking about 6-7 meals a day. So I packed on about 12 kilos and I'm talking about, you know, fat. You could even see it on my face. When I looked in the mirror, I was like, there's 2, 3, 4. I was counting the amount of chins that I had. And then what I did was I just tried to completely pull myself towards myself, tell myself, listen, I've picked up 12 kilos. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose it in the space of 3 months, just to prove to my clients that it can be done. And that's what I did. I followed a strict diet. I was in the gym 2-3 times a day, every single day without fail for 3 months. And that's when I dropped 12 kilos.
I mean, South Africa, I don't know if I would say that is self-sabotage or
some would say it's a bit extreme. It's quite an extreme approach.
To prove a point.
Yeah. But sometimes you got to do it, eh? Just to make sure you're the real deal. You can't just talk about it.
Absolutely. And also that shows how committed you are to your craft. It shows how committed you are to what you do. And also it shows that you believe in the same product and the same service that you're giving your clients. So then you met this fella.
Yeah.
And this is inspired you, and this got you guys to work together. I mean, Rushana, how did that come to be?
I think just how committed he is when it comes to health and wellness in general. You know, he knows that when it comes to being at your optimal health, you're just able to function at your best in every aspect in life. And that was so inspiring to me. And also at the same time, it's how do you not kind of push yourself if he's pushing me in gym every single day? So.
Yeah. And that's essentially what motivated our social media question today. You know, we're asking everyone, what, or who rather, keeps you accountable and holds you accountable? Because that is what it's all about in life. You know, someone like me who lacks discipline, yes, I'll say it, I'll admit it, on national television, I lack discipline. You know, working out, getting up every single day, following a strict diet, for me is just so difficult. I want to live La Vida Loca all the time. But it's important for us to be able to look at each other and be like, okay, what are the goals that you set and how are you planning on setting them? And let's do it together. So then you are a celebrity personal trainer. I mean, you've worked with so many different personalities, from Quinita Isaacs, and you've also collaborated with the Herbert brothers. I mean, they've been on the loft, Dean and Jesse. So can you just tell us about yourself as a personal trainer and your journey to becoming so?
So initially my brand is Redaa Dollie, right? That's who I am, and I've been trying to establish my brand over the past few years. And I wouldn't consider myself a celebrity trainer. I've just been very fortunate and blessed to work with, you know, influencers and celebrities and high-profile individuals. But I would never classify myself as a celebrity trainer. But I feel like I have been very fortunate and blessed to have worked with those certain individuals that have built my brand over the years. So my brand being Redaa Dollie, I've kind of used social media as a tool to kind of grow that brand over the years, and it's proven to work very well. But I also think it's because we're so like-minded. A lot of us that, like I've worked with Quinita and the Herbert brothers, we're all very similar in a lot of ways, which made it easy. And in turn, my brand grew extremely well over the years, which I'm very fortunate and proud of.
Where do you want to see your brand going?
Hopefully overseas, you know. Hopefully we can go from local to national to international. But one step at a time, you know, one post at a time, as I like to say.
One transformed body at a time. I mean, if I look at you're the goals, essentially, that Rushana is. I mean, girl, I almost want to say, you know, in Zulu, they say, "Sukume bakubone," when you want your wife to turn around and then to see your gorgeous body and your gorgeous frame. Girl, because we are proud of you. The way you've transformed your body is exceptional. I think every event I bump into you at, everyone's like, "Girl, what's your secret? What did you do?" I mean, how are you able to stay committed, stay focused, stay disciplined, and stick the cause?
I mean, he makes it so fun. As soon as I started, he asked me to download an app where I count my calories. So whenever I eat, I input what I eat. And when we work out, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, now I have to do this. We're actually enjoying our time. Yeah, you have to enjoy the workout.
Otherwise, it's not sustainable. You're not going to last very long if you not enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important for her, is that she has to actually have fun with it. Otherwise, you're not looking long term if you're just going to wake up every day and drag your feet across the room.
Absolutely.
So the fact that she enjoyed it, I think, made it sustainable for her. And that in turn obviously gave her the results she wanted. Yeah.
So then I also hear different body types need to do different types of workouts as well, depending on what results you want.
Yeah.
And you've tailor-made and designed a very explosive workout for us.
Yeah.
And Rushana, girl, your homeboy right now is injured, so you're gonna have to take over. Are you ready?
I know.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, this wasn't planned, so we're just going to have to roll with it. But I put my complete trust and faith in her as a client, so I know she can do it.
I'm so upset with you, friend.
Yeah, I'm so
Girl, are you gonna lead us to the promised land?
I'll try.
I'm very excited for it. And I'm also looking forward to what the actual exercise is, because South Africa, if one thing is true, we can definitely learn from these two as a power friendship. You know, Maya Angelou once told Oprah Winfrey, in order to have a friend, you need to be prepared to be a friend, which is clearly seen here with our guests. So stay tuned for their fitness segments after the break. Welcome back to the show. Now, have you ever wanted chiseled abs or a beautiful looking derriere without breaking a sweat? Well, it's possible. The powerhouse duo, former full-time accountant Mareldia and former school teacher Allan, have believed in body contouring treatments that essentially can provide those clients so much more than they have been able to achieve in their previous jobs. So much so that they decided to start their very own business. And I am here for it. Now, this business that you've started, essentially here, is you're able to get that chiseled look and that defined look without breaking a sweat.
That's correct.
Now I'm here for it, Allan. Please tell me how.
So what we use now is something called electromagnetic force. And all it's doing is sending the current to the abdominals, and it's contracting the abdominals like an isometric exercise, as when you tense and you let go, except the machine is doing it 10,000 to 20,000 times in 30 minutes.
That sounds hectic. I mean, do you experience any pain, any tension, any tickling?
There's no pain. There's a little bit of a trickle. Occasionally we have lost one or two no, we haven't lost
Allan!
it's a very, very comfortable.
You know, our model right now is like, I'm about to leave. Okay, so it is safe.
It's 100% safe. There's no problem at all. There's no damage. And straight after the treatment, they can get off the bed and continue their life.
I love that.
It's not a matter of recuperating. There's no downtime at all. And this is the benefit of doing this type of exercise.
Wow.
And you lay down, you can read a book. There's no problem at all.
And
you'll see she's very comfortable.
And okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that as we're about to get into the demo. But also, girl, you know what? So many people have different problem areas. The belly, the underarms, the thighs, the inner thighs. So can this treatment be put on different parts of the body?
Yes, so this particular treatment can be done on your arms, can be done on your shoulders, your actual bum compared to every other treatment that we want. We obviously want that booty.
Yes.
You can do it on your top legs and on your calf muscles as well.
So, you know, everyone who knows me knows, and South Africa, this is a very vulnerable moment, but I got my problem areas too, so much so that I have looked at, I'm definitely not going to do it, so don't come after me, but I've definitely looked at going the surgical route, whether it is enhancements or taking certain things away. So is this essentially a safer alternative and a cheap alternative?
This is a non-invasive way to do it.
Okay.
And a lot of people now are going this way. So there's no downtime, there's no surgery, we're not cutting on you at all. And there are a lot of treatments that one can do now that are non-invasive.
Okay.
So we actually recommend people to come to us, and we have a lot of options for them to get into shape.
It's all about the options. But for today, let's get into this one, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Number one, what is it called? What does it do? And how do we get into it?
So it's called the EM sculpting machine. What it actually does is, if we set the machine to the maximum level, it's equivalent to 28,000 sit-ups in half an hour. Now, who does that in their whole lifetime?
Definitely not me. Okay.
So there's different levels and different options that we've got as well. We've got one for shaping. We've got one for obesity, slightly fat. So it's different areas and different kind of sections that we can treat at the same time.
Okay, I love that. So essentially, what is the machine doing now?
So it's just started.
It's just warming up.
Yes. So we're going to set it. So the settings is according to your sex, firstly, then your age, the area that you want to do, and then because she's quite lean as it is, that means we'll set it on shaping. So it's actually just shaping the area that you want to do.
Okay, wow. So South Africa, they essentially have a band over our model's abdominal belly area, and they're putting the machine underneath that band, securing the machine to her skin in order for it to do its job.
So we do the setting.
Okay. And that percentage, that intensity, how does that then affect how she's going to feel it?
So if we go up to 100%, it's equivalent to 20,000 sit-ups. So your percentages obviously determines the amount of sit-ups that she would be doing. Okay. We've got her on 42% at the moment, and she seems okay and alive. Yes.
Okay, so model, you know, right now I'm going to just ask, just hands, either thumbs up, nah, or thumbs down, or you can give us a rating out of 10. So right now, let's actually, a rating out of 10 I think is better. From 0 being you can't feel a thing, to 10 being this is excruciating. Where are you?
I would say a 3. It's not painful at all.
Okay, she's 3. She's giving us a strong 3.
You can feel that something's happening. It's not painful.
Okay, I love that. I love the fact that she's essentially saying, South Africa, it's a level 3. She can feel that something is happening, but it is not painful. She's not feeling any pain, but we can physically see her body moving. We can physically see how the abs are moving up and down. I mean, Allan, as we continue to think about the benefits of this treatment and the other kinds of non-surgical and non-invasive treatments you have, how does that affect any type of patient that might come into your practice?
Well, this is the very latest technology, and all this is doing is actually tightening and toning, which is totally different to the other treatments that people come along for. This is ideal for a candidate that's 10 to 15 kgs overweight, and they get great results. Naturally, if you're 20 or 30, you turn the intensity up and you customize the treatment to fit the client when they come in.
Fit the client. I love that. Tailor-made options here, because one size cannot fit all, right?
No, it doesn't.
So essentially, as unique as we are, you've got a treatment and a solution for each of us to be able to play with. And Mzansi, again, it is a Wellness Wednesday, so we are keeping to that theme of transformation, but it's all about being happy within yourself. You know, this is only a shell. This is only just the physical body. As long as you're well taken care of and the wellness starts from the inside, that's what it's all about. But, you know, I'm also about perfection, you know. Balisa is a bit finicky like that. So I love the fact here that we've got options for everyone and anyone.
Correct.
And when you decided to start the business, what happened within the inside of you that said, okay, look, we're going to quit our day jobs here and risk it all?
It was a totally different machine that we brought in the early days. So we've been in business now for 10 years. We started the fat freezing and we progressed thereafter.
Wow.
And we're constantly looking for the latest technology, the new trends. And what has happened is that Mareldia researched, and 2 years ago she found out about this machine.
Yeah.
And we've been monitoring the machine to see, is it going to take off or it wouldn't take off. And then we noticed all these celebrities were going onto it.
Yeah.
And the results they were getting, and people started to phone us and say, about this M-Sculpt in it. So we went and we managed to bring one of the machines in.
Wow.
I think we were the second in Cape Town to start this, and we've been swamped. So many people are phoning.
Well, look, South Africa, thank you so much for bringing this to our loft, because essentially, if it's good for Kim Kardashian, it is good for Balisa. Again, I love the fact that you're essentially giving us options for every type of human being. So, Mzansi, if you want to find out more, just head over to our social media platforms, and we'll have every single detail as to how you can get involved. But coming up, we're about to get that jam, action-packed fitness demo by our fitness bunnies. welcome back to our Wellness Wednesday. Now, earlier on, we heard the amazing transformation stories of Redaa Dollie and Rushana Isaacs. But because it is a Wellness Wednesday here on Afternoon Express, we can't let the opportunity go for Redaa to assist us by a wonderful jam-packed workout. Of course, being helped out by Rushana. Now, this is just a 15-minute workout that everyone can do from the comfort of your own home. Now, listen, we just showed you something that you can do if you are not a sweater, which is me. But if you're someone who loves to work within your physical body, this is exercises for you. So I believe you've got 4 exercises for us today.
So I've got 4 exercises. Each exercise targets the entire body. So you're looking at a full body workout with just 4 exercises.
Beautiful.
So you can use those 4 exercises and try and push to do 4 rounds if you really want to. If not, 1 or 2 rounds also okay. And try and push for 1 minute per exercise. So 4 exercises takes 4 minutes. Complete 4 rounds if you can. If not, you complete as many rounds as you can.
How important is it to keep in mind and always remember the level of intensity your body can handle and not injure yourself?
Well, you have to listen to your body and see what you can do and what your body can handle. You don't want to overexert yourself. So do as much as you can, but try and do it in as little time as you can, because you also want to still get a result, you know?
Yes.
So you don't want to also prolong your workout. Try and keep it quick, effective, and simple. And that's what I'm going to do. 4 simple exercises that target the entire body.
I
Simple
love
as
that. Rushana, before we get you huffing and puffing, I have to ask you one question, Queen. When it came to pushing yourself to that ultimate limit and challenging yourself, how did you find that?
It was hard,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to treat my body like a temple, you know? I wanted to start eating better, and that was motivation enough, and yeah.
To push through the pain. Well, let's push through the pain right now. You've got your first exercise lined up for us. So, Redaa, you're going to talk us through, and Rushana's going to do it.
I'll explain to you exactly how to do it. And yeah,
So
initially I was supposed to do it, but unfortunately, you know, like I said, life's many curveballs. One has been thrown at me. Exercise 1 is a 1, 2, 3 with a crunch. So it's basically 3 high knees, and on the 3rd high knee, you will perform an abdominal crunch. Okay, so she'll demonstrate your 1, 2, 3, and then on the 3rd one, you will perform a crunch, and then you'll alternate. So this is actually a bit of a cardio exercise that targets the entire body. We're looking to elevate the heart rate, right? You want to keep your heart rate at a maximum so that you can burn as much fat as possible. So we're looking at really killing it during this 1 minute exercise. So that entire sequence, you do for 60 seconds. That's one exercise done.
Perfect.
Right? Once you're done, no, it's fine.
I know, I just wanted to find out from you, when it comes to doing it, I can only imagine your breathing is all over the
it's
place.
really important.
And your muscles, if you're not trained, can also go all over the place. How important is it to engage every single muscle involved in this? And what muscles are the most important to remember, especially to keep that posture up?
Yeah, so with this one, you're looking at keeping your core tight throughout the exercise. Okay. And once you perform your crunch, I actually want you to exhale. So there's a lot more pressure and tension on that abdominal area. So it's very important that you've got to engage your core throughout the entire exercise and make sure that you have correct posture, that your spine and your core together, they form sort of a bond. You know, you contract your core with your lower back as well, form sort of that good posture that you want throughout the entire exercise. You don't want to be leaning over when you perform the crunch. You want to keep your back upright so that you minimize the risk in your lower back as well.
Beautiful. I love that. Exercise number 2?
Exercise number 2 would be a inchworm, right? So she's going to demonstrate the inchworm into a plank jack. So you're going to be crawling as much as you can, all the way, full extension. Then you go into a plank jack with your toes, you jump back and you crawl all the way back. So with this exercise, you're working the calves up into the hamstrings, into the glutes, lower back. This is a full body workout in one exercise. That's all you're doing. You crawl back. It's very important that you take a deep breath when you are crawling. Hold that breath, and once you go into your plank jack, you exhale, crawl back.
Okay. I mean, I can already see Rushana is paying very much close attention to her breathing. Yeah. How important is breathing as well?
Yeah, he has to remind me about breathing all the time. He's like, when we're in gym together, he's like, you're holding your breath. You need to keep breathing, and then... Yeah.
Because that's where you actually overexert yourself by not focusing on your breathing. So you're so focused on what you're doing that you forget to actually breathe. You're in control here. You're in control of the exercise. Don't let the exercise control you. So that's very important. You've got to focus on taking deep breaths throughout the entire exercise. Control the pace. It's got to be a steady tempo.
Aye, aye, Captain. Heard that. Okay, exercise number 3. I believe you've got a bit of a squat star jump.
Yeah, it's a squat into a star jump. So we've kind of brought 2 exercises in one. So you go from your squat into your star jump, back into your squat. So what's important here is that you keep moving from your squat into your star jump. You don't give yourself a moment to actually stand still. We're constantly keeping the legs under tension the entire time. So it's quite a high intensity exercise.
And
I don't know if you want to give it a try.
It needs a whole lot of coordination, honey. Yeah. I don't even know where I would do you go down? Do you open your legs? Okay, but concentration, you have to pay attention, know what you're doing so you don't injure yourself, and remember to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, exercise number 4.
Exercise number 4 is a bit complex and a bit complicated. It's a crab toe touch into a sit-through. So you're on all fours, right? You go across from there, you touch your opposite toe, you switch onto the other side, then you turn around onto all fours as well, keeping your knees bent, right? Then you perform a sit-through, 1, and then 2 on the other side, and then you go back into your starting position, and you repeat. It's as simple as that. It's a bit complicated, I must say, looking at it now. It actually looks a bit more complicated than what it actually is. But that's about it. And then you do your 2 sit-throughs as well.
Cross over, touch, and then you go back to the middle.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you guys to do, because that is essentially the 4 that you had prepared. If we were to put it together, Rushana's like, girl, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Yes, I'm doing it.
I can't believe I'm doing it to her either. Eh? But like I said, this wasn't planned, so unfortunately...
No, shame, man. If you were to put it together, do a little bit of a combination for us. Put it all together from exercise 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 4. How would that look like? Maybe if you do 2 of 1, 2 of 2, 2 of 3, so on.
So ideally, you'd want to do all 4 after one another, back to back, every minute on the minute. So you do exercise 1 for 1 minute, then you move on to exercise 2 for another minute, exercise 3 another minute, exercise 4 another minute. So it's 4 minutes in total. And if you really want to push, then you're going to push for 4 rounds consecutively without rest. But I mean, that's not your beginner's routine. So if you can, you push for all 4 exercises, 4 rounds, 1 minute each. If you can't, you maybe dial it down, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off per exercise, but you still try and shoot for 4 rounds. That's going to take about 16 minutes, roughly. So what's 16 minutes every day?
In your entire day, South Africa, it is nothing. And also, I truly believe in compound interest. So the little bit you do today gets compounded tomorrow by the little bit you do, and you keep doing it. Before you know it, you're a full-on bodybuilder. I mean, better you than me. But if you were to just show us again from the beginning, just recap exercise 1 to the bottom.
So exercise 1, you're going to do your 1, 2, 3 crunch, right? What's important is maintaining a neutral spine, focus on your breathing. You do your 1, 2, 3 into your crunch, as simple as that. Try and repeat for 1 minute without stopping. It's not as easy as it sounds. Look, it's a simple exercise, but you do it for 60 seconds. Give it about 40 seconds and you'll start to feel it.
Stamina.
Stamina. It's all about stamina endurance.
Wow.
That's the name of the game. And then exercise 2, your inchworm into your plank jack. What's very important here is that you keep moving the entire time. You don't want to allow yourself any time to actually stand and rest. You've got to keep moving throughout the entire exercise. So 60 seconds. Just tell yourself 60 seconds is not a lot. It's not a long time. You know, so you just try and get through the exercise second by second. Before you know it, your minute's over.
Beautiful. I love that. I mean, girl, you're doing incredible and you're glowing, looking amazing like the MUA that you are, honey. Flawless, absolutely. Exercise number 3.
Exercise number 3, your squat star jump. What's very important here is because this exercise is of a high intensity nature, you've got to really focus on your breathing, which is very important. Otherwise, you're not going to see round 2 or 3. So you've got to focus on the first round, control your breathing, take it nice and easy, especially because we didn't really do much stretching. So during the first few rounds, kind of try and pace yourself, right? Focus on your breathing. Do it slowly because you want to ensure that you last the entire 4 rounds. Like we said, stamina endurance is the name of the game. And then exercise 4, your crab toe touch into your sit-through. This is the complicated one. So this is actually one where I really wanted to test you, especially, but unfortunately, I don't know if this was maybe planned. I don't know if you had foul intentions here, because I set this up for you especially. And now my poor friend has to do it over here.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to go onto our social media platforms, and our social media team is going to capture me in today's outfit, heels and all. And I'm going to try to do the crab toe touch, sit down,
I'd love to see that.
squat.
I'd wait to see that.
Vibes. That's what I'm all about. Well, thanks, guys, so much. I mean, I've got a fun game with you coming up. Are you ready for it?
Okay. I'm all about games. Let's go.
Are you competitive?
Very competitive. I've been since I was in primary school already. I've had that competitive edge. So let's see. I'm also very sore loser.
I also love the fact that you're also going to be pushing the challenge onto Mzansi. So you're going to hear more about that coming up. Now you at home can decide whether you'd like to repeat this exercise process twice, thrice, or go the full throttle by, of course, doing it 4 times, ensuring a full 15-minute workout. And soon, you'll have your own transformation story, just like these two. Now, coming up, as I've promised you, we've got that fun game with Redaa. Oh, my goodness.
I just complicated after a while.
You know what? As soon as you keep hanging out with people, your name just becomes one.
True.
See you after these.
Okay.
Remember Winston? He landed the job of his dreams.
Smooth. Late for his second day, he parked in the boss's spot. Not smooth.
Luckily, the boss liked his style so much, he's up for promotion.
Nothing smoother.
Made with love by Clover.
Because I'd have to get up from the ground.
Welcome back to the show. Our homie is already ready for action. Now listen, this is how it's about to go down. Today, we're learning and burning it up with some great fitness tips from fitness trainer Redaa Dollie. And what better way to cool down than with Tropica Icy Frozen Lolly Treats. But kids, we have not forgotten about you. Redaa has something up his sleeve for us, so for you to try at home. So please do listen up. Now, we know how you love our challenges, so Redaa has come up with a challenge for you to try at home. So go on and tag us in your challenges and you could be winning a very cool Tropica Icy hamper. Now, Redaa, can you please talk us through your challenge?
Okay, so this one's for the kids, right? So we're going to keep the exercises as simple as possible. We're only going to do 3 exercises, right? Now, what's important here is the kids have to actually jot down the amount of reps that they've been doing per exercise so they can re-follow it the following week and maybe try and better their score the previous week. So let's say, for example, exercise 1 would just be a normal squat, right? So if I'm here, right, you just bear with me. It may not look as glamorous as it usually does, but that's your squat over there. I want you to pretend as if you're sitting on a chair, all right, and you're picking yourself up from there. You want to do as many reps as you can, all right? So I'm giving you 1 minute. So let's say you're able to do 12, you're going to jot down 12. Then you revisit in a week's time and you try and better that score.
Love that.
So that's exercise 1, basic squat, all right? Easy for the kids, simple to follow, all right? Then we'll move on to our push-ups. So with this one, we're going to do on the knees, all right? So here, because it's for the kids, we're not going to hurt them too much, all right? So we're on the knees, and we're going to drop down completely, chest, stomach, all the way down to the ground, and we're going to push ourselves up from there. Right, easy enough?
Beautiful.
Right, that's exercise 2. Like I said, jot down your score so you can revisit it the following week.
And again, kids, I mean, if Redaa can do this in a moon boot,
There we
you
go.
definitely can do it at home.
And then your last one is your sit-up. You're going to go from here, just up, touch your knees, and down. 2, 3. So it's as simple as that. You want to do as many as you can, and then try and push it the following week to better your score the previous week, if it makes sense.
Well, a round of
3
applause
exercises,
from
that's
our
about
fitness trainer
Thank you.
himself. 3 exercises for you to try at home. Now, after all that heat in that challenge, you definitely deserve Tropica Icy Frozen Lolly Treats to cool down. So we challenge you. Use the hashtag Afternoon Express and tag us in all of your Tropica Icy videos. And you could be cooling down with a Tropica Icy hamper. T's and C's are on afternoonexpress.co.za. Now come on over with me, homie. We're about to join everyone and we're going to be sitting down and with everyone coming up.
Okay.
Remember Winston? He landed the job of his dreams.
Smooth. Late for his second day, he parked in the boss's spot. Not smooth.
Luckily, the boss liked his style so much, he's up for promotion.
Nothing smoother.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, welcome back to all of our amazing guests on this Transformational Wellness Wednesday. Today, we've been targeting different areas of wellness, but essentially, we are looking, and our whole goal is wellness. Completely, on a very holistic level. Now, Allan, from yourself, from your studies and everything that you've accomplished to be at the stage now where you are a director working hand in hand, how then have you been able to see certain transformations happening within the clients?
We're constantly in contact with the clients to find out what results we've achieved from what we've done. And if they're not happy, we bring them back. And we're constantly working on them. We create a very personal relationship with them. And that's very important. It's something that Mareldia is very strong in doing.
I love that. I mean, when it does come to working with people on a very one-to-one basis, clearly you are the lady to do it, and you are just such a warm personality. How important is customer service?
That is way more important than money, I think,
That's
because
vital.
that person actually goes out and speaks about our business. So the money is secondary, the customer comes first, always.
Wow, I love that. Well, on that note, the customer coming first. I mean, Tash, we touched base with you at the top of the show, and now coming back, I mean, you seem like such a people's person. And if you were to just encourage a patient right now who might not be feeling their best, who might be going through acne as you have already suffered from and become a survivor, I could say, from, what would you say to that person?
So just to not give up, and there are solutions out there for someone suffering with acne or pigmentation. So just to kind of stay on top of it. When you find a product that actually works for you, just to continue using it. Use your SPF, your sunblock is the most important thing. So yeah, definitely there are solutions for that, but anybody, they can contact me and I'll definitely try and help them as much as I can.
Absolutely, I love that. Everyone here is always so hands-on and so available. I mean, Redaa, you were speaking about the different personalities that you've worked with, from big names to small names to working on yourself. What words of inspiration, motivation on that same note would you have right now for viewers who are going through the most and need that inspiration?
I think just put yourself first, right? Before anything else, just put yourself first, because if there's anything that I've learned over this past few months of COVID and lockdown is that mental health is very important. So it's as important as being healthy physically, but look after yourself, prioritize you, what you want and what you need before anything else. So put yourself first. It's not selfish, it's necessary.
I love that.
That's it.
I mean, Rushana, we are still within Human Rights Week, and it's a big week for South Africans. I mean, essentially, we're saying congratulations to the Constitution. We're saying big ups to the laws that are in place right now, that govern us, that hold us together. What words do you have for South Africans right now who have to go through a transformation like you, who want to maybe make it as a content creator, social media influencer, who might just not have that thing?
I would say set a goal and be consistent, but also be patient with yourself. You can't think that it's going to happen overnight for you. I mean, when it came to my fitness journey, it wasn't about, I just want to look good. It was, you know, I did active things with my friends, and when I was the person on the hike that I was like, guys, wait up, you know, that was the start for me. And so I think it shouldn't be about how you look, and it's just treat yourself better. Your body's a temple.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tash, we had the pleasure, or rather I should say I had the pleasure of meeting your entire family. Girl came squad deep. No, I love it. I'm here for it. I love it. I wouldn't change it. How important is having a strong support system if you are going through a transformation?
Well, definitely to have the support of your family there. I mean, you do go through ups and downs with your skin because it's the first thing that everybody sees. So to have the support of your family just to encourage you, because you are going to go through self-confidence dips. So to have that, I mean, my mom is my momager. She really is there for me through everything, and my sister is also here today, but they've definitely inspired me. I mean, I even feel emotional talking about it, but yeah, I've got my own business and they've helped me, and I love them.
As an entrepreneur then, starting your own business is no easy feat. I mean, you two can agree. You can agree. I mean, it's just daunting, number one, and number two, a lot of people just struggle to know where to start. So business owners, and go. How can we get started? Allan?
I think you've got to find something that you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Something that you're going to enjoy first. Forget about the money aspect. We're not a charity. We want to earn a certain amount of money. But if it's something that you really enjoy, it doesn't feel like a business anymore. It almost becomes a hobby that you progress with.
Yeah.
And we've done that. We've had great fun. Often we bring people in, we don't charge them. We look at overweight kids at the high school before prom. We look after them, we shape them. And it's something that we've thoroughly enjoyed.
I love that. I mean, I can definitely see the school teacher now coming out of Allan. I mean, Mareldia, I have to find out from you, when it comes to also giving back, how important is that giving back and that CSI aspect of your business?
It's extremely important. Sometimes we don't post about it because it's not about that. When he already alluded to that, once a year, then we choose 2 matriculants and we put them through the whole process.
Wow.
Yes. So we've done that a few times. We get involved with other CSIs. We help with food and stuff like that. We offer our treatments as vouchers and stuff where they can raffle it and stuff like that. Very important to me.
And there's also different ways of giving back, and I think there's always different opportunities. I mean, for yourself, if you were to look within this physical training realm and the world that you work within, how often do you see people that don't walk the same talk?
Quite often, and it's a very iffy subject when it comes to personal training, because there are a lot of people that just like to, sit and instruct and, we like to do this, do that, but not actually following through and doing it themselves. So in this industry, I think it's extremely important that you showcase first what you can do as an individual and then let others follow. I don't think you should just be sitting behind a desk and instructing, do this, do that. You should actually do it yourself, and then others will follow.
Okay, I love that. I mean, we've got just a cast of such inspirational people right now. And I love the fact that you guys work so closely together. I mean, Rushana, I had a little Kim Ye moment earlier on, mixing your names together, because essentially when you do work together with someone, you need to have a bond. Wouldn't you agree?
Very true. No, yeah. As soon as we started training together, and I could see how fun he made it. I mean, I just wanted to keep at it.
And that's what's most important. When you're kind of working together, you have to enjoy training. You have to enjoy that aspect. If you're going to go in there demotivated, you're going to need someone sort of like an anchor to motivate you, to pick you up when you're feeling down or when you want to sleep late, get you out of bed. You know, that you need that kind of system among the two of you, and that's how you're both going to accomplish your goals, succeed. You've got to keep each other accountable, and that's what I would do for her. And in turn, it kind of motivates me as well, because I got to be on my toes at all times. Because if I don't, she's not going to do it. So that's kind of what motivates me as well.
Well, I'm so here for it. Well, my guests today, we also have exclusive VIP guests joining us at home, and we've asked them on social media, who holds you accountable? And we've got one of our viewers here who says, #AfternoonExpress, my husband. He's unemployed, but he keeps me going. We also have another viewer here, Utabo, who says, my mom, she's my hero. And then we have Ukara Linear. I mean, girl, how do you spell your name? Let us know under that comment. She used the hashtag, though, Afternoon Express, by saying my big sister. But then we've got someone who's a little bit like myself. I mean, Musi says, I motivate myself. I mean, I believe I'm my toughest critic. So I kind of smack myself up the bum sometimes to say, girl, wake up, do something. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable as well. So to a certain degree, especially working by yourself, Tash, how important is that for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I eat, sleep, and I do my work after hours too. So to hold myself accountable, it's very important, because I know that my clients are relying on me for advice and to be there for them. I mean, I get WhatsApps at all times of the day and nights, like, what can I use for my skin? What can I do for this? And I mean, I'm there to help them. So if I don't look after myself too and my own skin, someone's going to be a little bit like, okay, well, you know, what do you do with your skin? So to be able to say that I've been through what I have, and now showing how I'm pretty happy with my skin now. So
girl, you are glowing. You got that J-Lo glow and then some.
Yeah, I did the derma-planning last night on myself so, to prepare for today.
I'm here for it, Queen. I'm really here for it. There's someone like us here, Umuloko on social media, who says, I hold myself accountable. If I make something out of line, even though people might comment, but I have to be responsible enough, moreover, about my bodybuilding. So I guess Umuloko is a bodybuilder and, of course, a fashion marketer, maybe. And Palisa, love, please tell your friendship guests I love them. Girl, you've got fans here. You guys hear them? I love that. I'm here for it. Utlo also here says, my mom, she is the best in everything. I heart her a lot. I feel like everyone just loves their mom. I think, Tash, you were saying your mom's the best. We all here like, our moms are the best. I mean, do you have any final words for our viewers watching today? Maybe if we can start from this side of the couch and just explaining not only your business, but just shortly how we're able to reach out and be our better people.
I think you need to be good to yourself first before you can give to anyone else.
Okay, I love that. So be good to yourself is what it's all about, Mzansi. Well, from us here on Afternoon Express, I want to say good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Goodbye. Make the most of glorious summer with your picnic favorites. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
I couldn't.
I thought you were meaning the phone.
No, I was like, I can't hear. I lost comms literally when we